crap on a cracker. That's right. I didn't open up the show music. Isn't that friggin' horrible? Well, welcome everybody to Earth Girls Are Easy. If my co-host knew what he would be doing right now, he'd be making a little bit of music noise underneath his breath there, but there you go. Welcome, everybody. Nothing but professionalism right here. And what you're watching. Oh my goodness, that is some funny stuff. Well, here it is, everybody. The week before Thanksgiving, and we are back to Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Yeah, I know we keep moving the time around. It's an archive. It's a vidcast. You can watch it whenever you feel like it. But we do appreciate you guys that show up live every week to watch, because Lance and Rodney and Star, you guys are number one. And tonight we've got Gin out there as well. And, you know, I just appreciate that you guys do come around and hang out with us, because, you know, that's really what friends do for each other. Hey, is that some kind of a love touch? I don't know. We'll find out later on. But right now,
I do know that this is chaos theory.
This is definitely chaos theory. And this is a chaotic friggin' trailer. That's right. It's time for trailer trash talk right here on What You're Watching. And the Deadpool 2 teaser came out. Wet on wet.
Right.
In a way.
Wait, Rev. While you talk about this,
yeah,
I'm gonna go whack off.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna go whack this off a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna go whack it off a bit. My mama worked with Bob Ross before he died, and I met the man a couple of times, and he was a fantastic guy. And to see my least favorite person playing one of my favorite comic book characters, making fun of one of my favorite artists ever, is just kind of disheartening. It really is. But I couldn't help but chuckle at the trailer. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a stutter.
But you gotta admit, Ryan Reynolds is still a good Deadpool.
Yeah, but no, I can't admit that.
Yeah, you can.
I think he was an okay Green Lantern, but whatever.
Who's the worst?
I'm gonna see that. No, I thought it was pretty decent in the Green Lantern myself. I really did. If you've only seen it once, you need to rewatch it a couple of times, because you might change it. Hal Jordan, you're suck ass. I don't think it was him that killed the Green Lantern. I think it was a bunch of the other characters that were just unbelievable shitbags. But
the whole movie in particular. But
we'll get to that. Yeah, we'll get to that show another time. Probably when friggin' Green Lantern 2 comes around. And I hope it's not him playing it.
They're not gonna do a Green Lantern in that Green Lantern movie chronology or whatever.
So here's a story about a bunch of teens who go to a lake and end up dead. Imagine that. I wrote a story about a bunch of teens that go to a lake that end up dead. It's going to be far better than this piece of crap. And somebody actually made this one. Yeah, did you see this crap storm? I mean, it was like, oh, crazy people in the woods are going to kill them. Yay. However, really hot chicks in string bikinis.
What? Sorry, I fell asleep during this trailer.
Yeah, really hot chicks in string bikinis running around in the woods. You know, so there's lots of tits and ass. Not a lot of thought put into this one.
Another movie I'm never gonna see.
Yeah, I don't know. I might watch this one for the TNA, but that's only if I'm really bored. We'll see.
Right.
But the next one, I'm definitely
damn it,
definitely gonna check out.
Definitely not.
Go ahead, say it. We haven't gone there yet.
Oh, I was gonna say, as far as Crazy Lake goes, in response to your TNA comment, we're in the age of internet porn, so that makes that movie pointless to see.
I don't know. There's something to be said about leaving just enough to the imagination. Anyhow, Rampage. Now, I was a video arcade kid. Okay, I lived across the street from the mall. Literally would spend every bit of my allowance in the arcade. Like, as soon as I got my allowance, it was gone. Rampage was one that I would play for hours. It was just one of my favorite games.
Playing that,
and now they've brought it to the movies. However, it is, you know, friggin' Jumanji boy, The Rock, as they call him, Rocky Maivia son. What the hell's his name?
Dwayne Johnson.
Rock Johnson. That's right. But
the people's champion,
the people's actor. I'm going to be in everything you want to watch, but might not like me in. So whatever. San Andreas was the people that made San Andreas made this one, so of course they're going to put The Rock in it if he'll do it, because he made him like $1 billion friggin' on that movie, which was, by the way, San Andreas was so far wrong it wasn't even funny. It's like the San Andreas fault doesn't rise and fall like the mountain faults do. We have a slip fault. So like the only thing that's ever going to really happen is I'm going to move about 100 feet north or south. That's all that's ever really going to happen in my house. It's going to shake a whole shit ton when it does that. Don't get me wrong. But it's definitely not going to send friggin' San Francisco Bay all the way into Sacramento. That's not going to happen. So, yeah, California's not going to fall off. Yeah, California's not going to fall off into the ocean. That's not going to happen. There's never going to be any oceanfront property in Arizona, but I'll sell you a deed to some. Speaking of selling you the deeds to some, hey, Cole, got to ask you.
Hey,
what you watching? What you watching?
Oh, I've been watching people getting their heads cut off.
Come on, you piece of shit. Are you friggin' kidding me? Sleepy Hollow. Oh, dude, one of my most favoritist Halloween movies. I always break this out into Halloween season. So,
yeah, this movie just reeks of
Tell me about it.
Atmosphere, which the original story of Sleepy Hollow does in general. So, pairing it with Tim Burton.
Well, yeah. And what I remember from the extras and watching it, because back in the day, I actually used to buy DVDs and watch all those things. They literally wanted to see how many times they could spray Johnny Depp in the face with the fake blood. I mean, almost every scene with fake blood in it, Johnny Depp's getting squirted right across the eyes, lips, and nose several times. It's just like hysterical to watch his reaction to it because he knows it's coming.
Right.
Hacks. He knows there's going to be blood coming out of it because he's come to expect it now. And while they're filming, you could just see it in his face, like, "Oh, not again! This stuff."
Oh God, no, please, not again! I remember being friends with one of the effects guys for a while that worked on this and telling behind the scenes stories from the movie, and it was fun to hear. Like there was actually a moment where they were knee deep in or thigh deep in cold ass water. And Johnny Depp comes along and he's like, why the fuck are these guys out in the water? Get these poor guys some blankets or something.
Well, why weren't they in friggin' hip waders to begin with if they were going to be thigh deep in water?
Who knows? It seems like whenever you make a horror movie, you have to have somebody in cold-ass water.
But then that's what they make hip waders for. So production people, executive producers, people getting money for movies out there, let's include like 10 pairs of hip waders in various sizes, all the way up to like XXX, okay? Because some of us fat guys might have to get in the water too.
Right.
Just food for thought. 80% of the people that has watched this or voted on this has liked it.
I
the
definitely
tomato
liked
meter
it.
Friggin' critics give it a 67%.
Come on,
I say Christina
Walken as the headless horseman, just going around.
The headless horse. Shh. This is Christina Ricci's Booby's probably finest moment. Breastage and cleavage had ever looked any better in any movie ever before, after, or since. The wife and I were just talking about there are moments in movie history when women just look their absolute finest, like Kate Winslet from My Fat Ass Won't Let You Get on My Door Even Though There's Room and Water's Too Cold. Titanic.
Right.
In that movie Titanic, when she steps out of the car as Rose DeWitt Bukater, she is never going to be any more beautiful than that particular moment in movie history. She'll look fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but that particular moment. This was, I think, Christina Ricci's moment was in Sleepy Hollow.
Right.
I just think that, as far as movie makeups go, that's probably the finest she'll ever look. Speaking of crap holes, like Hollywood, Happy, happy Halloween, 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 happy, happy Halloween. This movie shouldn't be here. Happy, happy Halloween.
Okay, so we were originally planning for Halloween to watch all the Halloween movies.
But the poor Reverend was dying, and
yeah, we have been cursed by some people that I had to slay. Maybe or maybe not. You'll never know.
You'll never know.
Exactly. And so I decided to rewatch Halloween 3. And honestly, I don't think it's that bad as everybody says it is.
Well, you are amongst a very small group of people.
Oh, I know. And I
75% say
amongst
this
those
movie
people
sucks
that
a big bag of dirty fallacies.
Sucks only due to the fact that it has the title Halloween 3. Because after the Halloween 2,
I don't think so. I think the whole plot line of this movie sucks bags of dicks. Big bags of dirty dicks. This whole plot line sucked, dude. I mean, it's like the only reason we watched it was because it was called Halloween 3.
Yeah,
if it would have been called Spooky Mask Turn Your Kids' Heads into Snakes, we probably wouldn't have watched it.
I probably still would have.
But you won't watch Crazy Lake.
No, because that looks fucking boring.
When you go out to the Halloween timelines and the official fan geeks on Halloween, everybody acts as actually Halloween 3 and 4.
Yeah.
1 and 2 seem to be the only congruent things that move on to like Resurrection and H2O and the later movies. They all kind of hang on to 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 they're just like, meh. It's kind of like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
People think that actually liked 4, not as a good movie, but just like as a guilty pleasure.
Right, 3, but it just doesn't.
I've heard plenty of other Halloween fans say that they actually. I feel like this is a very divisive movie, kind of like in other horror franchises.
1 and 4.
Like
1 and 4. If you're sitting in a room of 12 people, 2 people are going to agree with you. The other 11 aren't.
Right.
I mean, the numbers don't lie. But yeah, you can definitely find a 25% of the population amongst the horror people that agree with you, that say, yeah, that's really not that bad of a movie. But 3 out of 4 people that you ask are going to tell you that movie sucks ass.
Right.
So
does that also make the majority? Right.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's the only thing that matters. But I digress. The next thing you were watching was Fantasticated.
Anyways, I think Halloween 3 was not that bad. Also, I watched this great movie.
Hellraiser. Dude. Clive Barker's Hellraiser. Get it right.
Oh, whatever. Fuck Clive Barker. No, just kidding.
1987, dude. Tell me about it.
Well, it's a movie about BDSM, basically.
Yummy, yummy BDSM.
And we will tear your soul apart.
So when you come across, 3 out of 4 people and ask them about Hellraiser, they're going to say, yeah, that was a great friggin' flick.
Right. And
the 4th guy's going to go, I kind of like Halloween 3. The 4th guy's going to go, meh, it wasn't as good as Halloween 3.
Oh, great. Now the Reverend's going to be jerking off about this the whole time.
Oh, no. I like Hellraiser. I mean, I'm one of the 3 out of the 4 that's going to say, yeah, I want to sit down and watch Hellraiser with people. Like, if I come over to somebody's house and you're like, hey, let's watch a movie, and somebody goes, let's watch Hellraiser. Yeah, 3 out of 4 of us in your house are going to say, fuck you, Todd. You can go in the bedroom and stream Halloween 3. Nobody cares.
Guys, at the end of this podcast, your Reverend Jeff's gonna find himself in a trunk at the bottom of a lake.
Oh no, seriously. All right, so what's your favorite part of Hellraiser?
Obviously all the quotes from Pinhead, all 3 of them.
Right.
Since he's barely in this. Because a lot of people like to think, oh, but Pinhead, he's the villain of Hellraiser. No, actually, it's Uncle Frank, the skinless guy.
Yeah, that's kind of just yuck. That's kind of hard to look at, It's just.
What are you talking about? I was jerking off to this movie.
Oh.
Did you see those
Yeah, but we have
peeled flesh bits on Pinhead? That's actually what I look like under my shirt.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
What? No quip about Halloween 3 now?
Hey, man, I'm not trying to chase you away, man. You're obviously defensive about Halloween 3. I figured I'd let it go for a little bit.
I thought I'd throw that in there because I felt like you were getting weirded out by my BDSM thing now.
Well, hey, we've agreed that you are a weird son of a bitch, and it's okay because there is no normal. We're all weird. Trust me, dude. Every single person in this world is a weirdo in some way or another. So, whatever, embrace your weirdism. That's Reverend Jeff's moment of the show.
I like this movie. Let's get a lament configuration, and we'll open it up together. And also, Rev, I have one question for you.
Sure, shoot.
What the hell?
And now, without any further gilding the lily, I give to you the one, the only, Kingdom of Badassdom. If Google will ever stop being stupid.
And all I can say is,
Knights of Badassdom. Welcome. Yeah. Rememory was on. It hit finally a clean copy, and I couldn't watch it because it was stupid. I loaded this instead and checked it out. Now, wow, man. 3 out of 10 people you ask about this movie are going to say, yeah, it was okay. The other 7 people you're asking are going to be telling me, shut up, Ted, go to watch fucking Halloween 3 in the bedroom, you dumbass.
Just jerk off to Halloween 3, Rev. Just jerk off.
Yeah, seriously. I dug the movie. It was stupid. It was dumb. It was like Strange Wilderness, only with. If you don't also know what LARPing is, it's
Peter Dinklage at the end with raging fire knight,
fire eyes dwarf with a friggin' fire sword. Yeah, killing a demon. Yeah, it was pretty friggin' cool. It was just strange the way they did it. Very cheaply done, very low budgetly done. However,
that's the charm.
Still a fun watch, and the critics are way higher than the friggin' audience scores. The tomato meter's up at 58%. So 1 and 2 people are like, yeah, man, Dinklage was badass in that movie. That was the whole point of Knights of Badassdom. I'm going to be a level 27 wizard, right? Of course you can read Enoch, you idiot.
Of course.
Would I recommend other people watch this? I watched it with the wife. She enjoyed it. So, yeah, I'd say if you're sitting around smoking a doobie or, grabbing it out the bong, it's probably going to be something.
You're welcome.
Yep. You and some other people will probably enjoy that. After that, of course, I had to clean up my act a little bit and get a little bit of a Wong Jack Man. That's right. Well, everybody thinks that this movie is about Bruce Lee, but it's really not.
Wow. But the critics are really hating this movie.
The critics are hating this movie. They really are, but the fans are enjoying this movie. Now, the die-hard Bruce Lee fans hate it. They're one of those 3 people or 2 people or whatever you run into, or they're going to, that movie was stupid. Oh, you take a good Asian movie, you're making about a white guy, about a fake love affair, and then you lie about the fight between Wong Jack Man and Bruce Lee. Screw that movie. It's not worth watching. Nobody bothers. But he ain't seen it. So what Mirrors of the Dragon really is the story of is Wong Jack Man, who was a Tai Chi master, Buddhist monk in China, got into a demonstration. I'm sorry, he was a Shaolin master. The other dude was a Tai Chi master. Got into a fight, got into a demonstration with this dude and got out of hand and hurt him bad, nearly killed him. Like the guy will never be able to fight again. And they sent his ass to San Francisco to wash dishes. They're like, you need to atone for your sin, brother. Go wash dishes. And they sent Wong Jack Man to America to wash dishes, and that's how he and Bruce Lee got into it. Bruce Lee thought that Wong Jack Man was there to challenge him, and ended up challenging Wong Jack Man to a fight. They end up having a fight. The whole fight is disputed. There's only like 15 people that saw the match, and they were talking about supernatural shit that happened during it, and it was just so unbelievable that who knows what the hell really happened. But if you liked the movie Dragging the Bruce Lee Story,
then you are not a critic.
Then you were not. Well, no, Birth of the Dragon, then you definitely weren't a critic. But the Dragging the Bruce Lee Story was with Jason Scott Lee. Is a good movie, not factual. Neither is this one. This is a better non-factual movie, but tells less of the story of their lives. But if you look online, like Dragging the Bruce Lee Story has so many times and dates and events out of whack, and like he never broke his back in a fight with Wong Jack Man. Anyhow, if you're a Bruce Lee fan, you like some martial arts, this is a decent movie to watch. And just like I said, if you look at the movie from the story of Wong Jack Man and everything else that kind of goes on in the background is kind of unimportant. So everything that people are mad about becomes very much unimportant in the movie if you watch it from what they actually try to make you watch it from, which is the face of Wong Jack Man, not so much of Bruce Lee. All right, moving right along. This is the season finale coming up of The Orville. That's right. Seth MacFarlane is the captain of a starship, very much Star Trek-ish, but not. It's got some humor in it. They use very. There's a lot of updated wording in it, and no, it is not a musical yet. I mean, pretty much everything that MacFarlane ends up touching ends up being a musical at some point or another. So we'll have to see the season finale to see whether it's they're going to have a musical number or not. But
and the critics definitely don't like this.
Yeah, the critics hate it. But look at the audience score. 9.3 people out of 10 are going to tell you, "Oh, The Orville's on. Fuck you, Ted. You can go in the bedroom and watch Halloween 3."
Yeah, critics really don't like stuff. So yeah, wait, aren't we critics?
We are critics. We are reviewers more than we're critics, but we're pretty hard on some shit. Yeah, we're pretty hard on some shit. So we might be pretty critical. I mean, but we're more informative than we're critical on stuff. So that makes us reviewers more so, because I don't want to be a critic. Anyhow, yeah.
Well, while you
they focus,
I'm gonna go jerk off to Halloween 3.
they focus on this young girl. She's probably 16 in real life, but they try to make her look 14 on the show, and she's this super strong friggin' alien, and just she's not their strongest actor. Now, that isn't, I mean, it's not their fault, because the script was written long before the actor was cast, but she's not your strongest character. Stop focusing on the bitch. Apparently isn't going to help this season. Let's hopefully hope it helps for next season. But in all, I would sit down and binge it. Sorry, that's a stutter. That's not a burp.
It's okay. I'm just I
had so much frustration to go on before the show that my stuttering is just really
like I'm
trying to make itself
that people won't know after the show. We were attacked by Canadian gremlins.
Yeah, Canadian gremlins really just did a whole
Starshine sent after us.
Yep, it's all her fault, I'm sure. Her and Todd Standing.
Just like the cancellation of BEW. It's her fault.
Yeah, it's all her fault.
Star.
Speaking of all her fault, let's see who's actually out in the chat room and say hi to those people, because there's only going to be a few. And of course, there's my boy Rod Dupree. He's always in the place. Dupree. Ken,
You got something right. Red. Something right
Is
here.
it? Is it? Is it here?
Other
Is it?
side. Other side.
Here?
You got it. You got the
Uh,
king.
there we go.
Oh,
Got the
no one
gin.
got it on me.
Lance Windsor. That's right, man. It's showtime. Who's that hoser? Collier Willmes. I always put a double L in your name. Why won't it let me tag you and just do it that way? I don't know, but hey, you're Williams tonight in the ad online ad. Yeah,
I'm not Williams. I'm Willmes. I'm Willmes.
Willmes. We were listening to Christmas music on the record player, and I have not put the Chipmunks on yet. Lance Windsor, he's also out there hanging with us as well. And that is our 5 viewers watching live. Thanks, guys. We appreciate it. We really, really do.
Remember, if you tune in live,
speaking of things that
you too can get a shout out. I do not know what I'm doing.
Wibbly wibbly biggly, pooky pooky poo. That's right. So this week, I was like, all right. So I sent Cole a copy of
Earth Girls.
Cole watched Earth Girls Were Easy. Finally, let's put it that way. I don't want to admit to things on the air. Yeah. Anyhow, so finally I got him. 1980. Is it 88, 89, 87? I don't really remember off the top.
Let's see. It was 88.
1988, and I was like, "Hey, man, you need to watch this Jeff Goldbloomiest and Gina Davis movie. You really."
I saw a trailer to when I was in elementary school and I was browsing through Netflix when they sent you DVDs primarily.
Oh my God! You were in elementary school and they had DVD. You had Netflix. Holy crap!
That was like the tail end of not Netflix. The tail end of elementary school when I was like.
Still, that's crazy talk right there, man. I saw Earth Girls. I was 11 in 88. No, I was born in 73. 83 was 10, so I was like 14. I was right at the wrong age to see Earth Girls Are Easy.
Sounds like the right age to me.
It was too, because I did actually manage to get it. We saw it on VHS in 1988, and dude, it was glorious on this friggin' 20-inch color TV, CRT with the big round square.
Watching this in the archives, he's gonna be wondering what's a VHS.
Video cassette player is what they call them these days, a VCP. You can actually still buy them at Walmart for like $18.
Wait, at Walmart? I've never seen that at Walmart.
Well, there used to be a day that you could buy VCPs for like $18 at Walmart. I bet you if you looked online, they're still there. Anyhow,
or a thrift store.
Yeah, dude, there's all kind of dude. We can talk about thrift stores all day, but we're talking about Earth Girls Are Easy. Yeah. So dude, give us a synopsis of the film, man. Tell us.
So basically, the plot that is here is basically aliens crash land in Gina Davis's pool, and that's basically the comedy ensues.
The comedy ensues. So
basically, have the movie 3 aliens. One's Jeff Goldblum, one's Jim Carrey, and the other is
Damon Wayans.
Yeah, Damon Williams. Yeah, that guy.
Damon Wayans of the Wayans brothers.
Yeah, that guy.
Yes, that guy. In Living Color, genius, Damon Wayans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So these 3 knuckleheads are fur-covered creatures flying through space looking for babes.
Yeah, pretty much, because they're lonely. Well, let's be honest. It's primarily the one played by Jim Carey and that guy.
Damon Wayans. Yes.
I keep forgetting.
So they get this radio transmission from Earth, and they finally figure out where it comes from, and they zoom in from outer space all the way down into literally down to Gina Davis's backyard, where she was sunbathing in a string bikini. I mean, come on, dude. That woman was in the finest condition she had probably ever looked in her career.
And there we have come full circle about women
glorious.
looking finer.
That's right, dude. I used to think
I feel like I've seen her in better in other roles.
I used to think that A League of Their Own was probably her finest moment, but after watching this again, I got to be honest with you. Even though I'm reliving 14-year-old wet dreams at this point, seriously, I don't know, man. She was amazingly put together in Earth Girls Are Easy. Bringing them down to the planet and shave them bald.
Yeah, because they need to dodge her ex fiance.
Yeah, her estranged fiance, because I can't even call him ex yet. Right. But throughout the whole movie, it's basically like Encino Man. You know, it's basically Pauly Shore and Brendan Fraser jumping around from location to location. Only it's two chicks with these shaved down friggin' spacemen going from place to place to place. Yeah. And along the line, Gina Davis falls in love.
Like every other movie.
I got to tell you, I got to be honest with you. The love scene, the love making scene between Jeff Goldblum and Gina Davis should have made me want to puke. Can't stand Jeff Goldblum in that kind of a situation, but the rainbow magical love touch raindrops falling. I mean, it was like every woman's sexual fantasy dream, if it was really a dream, because in reality, we all know they would just want to be. Never mind. Cassie, we love you, so I'm going to stop right there.
Right. I guess this is a good point to get into what the pros and cons are of this movie.
Pros: Gina Davis, Jeff Goldblum, Jim Carey, and Damon Wayans. Damon Wayans in the dance off with the friggin' dude. Why dance with a zero when you could dance with a hero? Was amazing. I mean, come on, dude. Well, for the 80s, that was. You remember at that time there were movies like Breakin' and Breakin' 2, Electric Boogaloo. And I mean, there were a lot of dance movies out. Flashdance, you know, Fame was a big thing on television.
That this movie was well cast. I do like the cast in this movie.
The whole cast, everybody was really, really. Even the no-name girl from the hair salon was really good in her role. I mean, the dancing dude, I don't know who that guy was. That could be Rick James for all I know. I know it's not, but you get my point. Could be Slick Rick for all I know. I don't know, but. Everybody in the movie was really well done. As like I said, when I compared it to Encino Man, because everybody that was in Encino Man was also very well cast. The two movies kind of compared to each other. They really do. They have a lot of similarities to it, but they didn't have hot ass Gina Davis in Encino Man. This one I'd watch again. I don't really watch Encino Man when it comes on. It's like, oh, Encino Man's on. That was an okay movie. Oh, look, Earth Girls Are Easy's on. Click. So, you know, it's kind of that way. But cons, the musical numbers weren't exactly my favorite part of it. When you mentioned it, I was just like, okay. I mean, I got through them in, you know, like I said, in both Ghostbusters and in Little Shop of Horrors. So
I still don't remember any musical numbers.
Oh, dude, everything in Ghostbusters is your love keeps lifting me higher. I might be them Ghostbusters too, but there's always some big musical friggin' number where they're doing fucking something when they're running around the city. Dum dum da dum dum dum. I mean, there's always some big musical number in Ghostbusters driving the storyline forward, just like this. Maybe the guys aren't dancing and singing vaudeville friggin' style, but it's still the same type of a thing. Anyhow, much more so.
If you guys remember a musical number in Ghostbusters, because I don't.
Dude, when they're friggin' when they squirted the Statue of Liberty friggin' all over with the goo to make her, huh?
That's the second movie.
Well, that's what I said. Maybe that was in Ghostbusters 2, but like I said, in Ghostbusters 1, there's that whole that whole musical number. That's anyhow, whatever. I'm not going to argue.
We're getting off topic.
Yeah, this was definitely a musical. There were definitely a couple of musical numbers that drove the storyline forward. I think more one was a dream sequence than it was a musical number, but whatever.
Right. I just definitely my pros were kind of the production design. I will admit it was a good designed movie. The way it used its color palette, it looked very cheesy, and it fit the story well. Like I said, the casting,
the references. I like the way that they made the teleporter work with light, right, and just the reference of movement was perfect, because you really couldn't tell that they weren't, you know what I mean? It was just like the light came on and then all of a sudden they're in the new place. And it wasn't, that didn't feel cheesy to me at all. A lot of the, they did them cheaply, but it didn't feel cheap in the movie. Like the, that submarine thing or whatever their spaceship was supposed to be.
Yeah, we all live in a yellow submarine.
It could have been by far better, but it still read on camera.
Yeah, kind of decent. I want to save my last pro till I go through my cons. Because it kind of in a weird way negates my cons in a way. Because for me, the cons, I felt like the story
needed it. It could have been stronger. Yeah, no, it could have been stronger.
It was kind of weak. The characters I found to be very boring, which made it actually tough for me to watch.
And it's taking yourself out of the 14-year-old boy that it was, gauged towards.
Yeah, which of course the reason that I can see why you're into it is because it does have that nostalgia factor for you.
Right.
I'm going through it with completely fresh eyes, not having that. And the soundtrack at times felt very grating to me. Like when they first go through her house and it just sounds like a clanging mess of sounds, and it felt very grating on my ears.
Well, it was kind of, when they were learning what things were in the house. Yeah, that was kind of taxing, but it was kind of meant to be, because they didn't even know what speech sounded like on the planet.
Which, again, like I said, I wanted to save my last pro because it kind of negated all my cons in a way. That the biggest pro this movie has, which makes it a weird movie for me to talk about, is it kind of succeeds in being what I think it was meant to be, kind of like a dumb movie.
Yes, it was absolutely meant to be. Yes, exactly that. Just a dumb movie about Earth girls being easy. That's all it was meant. There's no deep plot line here. You're not supposed to learn anything here. You're just literally supposed to hang out with this girl who had aliens splash land in her pool and watch her leave the planet because she fell in love with
splash landed in her pool. Zing!
Zing! That's right in her pool.
And was that some kind of love touch?
Yeah, but it wasn't meant to be some big political statement. It wasn't meant to be some big, deep, thoughtful thing. It was just meant to be a fun, campy, like Meatballs. What the fuck was Meatballs supposed to be? Who knows? It's just a fun, campy, stupid little movie, and that's exactly what this was meant to be.
Yeah, so in summation, from my perspective, all I can say is this movie just wasn't for me, but I can't say it is a bad movie. I can't say it's what, like I said, it was one of those weird movies for me. I can't say it's a good movie because I just barely made it through. But it's not a bad movie because it succeeds at what it's trying to do. And I when I was thinking it through, I felt,
was it fun?
Maybe.
Was it fun? Did you feel it was a fun movie?
Like I said, I barely made it through, so I was not really having fun with the movie. But I was gonna say, I think maybe I would have had more fun if I had watched it with a group of friends.
As a campy vintage type of thing, you're probably right. To take it as a serious
14-year-old boy watching it for the first time.
Gina Davis in a string bikini. Oh my god.
All I could say is the one funny comment I got out of this movie when when they transform all the aliens and they step out of those little pods.
Yeah. Oh my God, you're black.
And when Jeff Goldblum was step out, I was like, God damn it, I could be watching The Fly right now. But I'm watching Earth Girls Are Easy.
Goldblum coming out of a tube, one way or another. Earth Girls Are Easy or The Fly, you decide.
And with that, Rev, do you know what you got? And that's Chaos Theory.
Chewy, yeah. Chewy call or fat girl part? You make the call. Leave it in the comments. Hey, if you like what we do here, click the subscribe button, the little bell,
because YouTube changes.
That helps over there too. Right, no joke. Find us at Watchin' Vids on Facebook.
Hey, the music's actually playing.
Type it in there. It actually works. Take you right to the page at Watchin' Vids. You still don't have 100 subs, so I can't name the YouTube channel. So YouTube, I wish we'd market us a little more. But hey, the Trailer Park Boys episode is #1 with 500 views.
I wasn't even part of that.
Hey, Les was right on board with that. So next week, Tuesday, Killer Clowns from Outer Space. We'll see y'all then.